Let's get cancelled. Trolled. Let's talk about something very important: the rise of the right in the recent few years. For a majority of my time in this country, the left dominated the conversation. And then came Donald Trump and gave a loudspeaker to those topics that were discussed in private by a very large portion of the nation. We even saw public personalities switch their views during this time. The best example are of Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, who were either in the center or the left, have now moved strongly to the right. There was a time when Elon Musk said that Trump is not the right guy for the presidency. But this election season, he became his largest donor and promoted him on every channel possible. So, what really happened to these guys that they switched so drastically? I don't think it was a specific ideology or even Trump's personality. Instead, they were pushed out. And like many others, they were forced to realize that there is nothing beneficial in being politically correct all the time. The left had a very important message: the message about equality and acceptance, not discriminating based on color or sexual orientation. And great things came out of it. People like myself understood the struggles of minorities in this country, understanding why we need movements like Black Lives Matter, and understanding that it's normal and okay to be attracted to the same sex, accepting everyone as an integral part of the community and together moving forward. However, there came a point when this movement switched from being informative to being restrictive. The movement that tackled intolerance was at a point where it would cancel people for the smallest mistakes. They would be called out in public and humiliated on social media, resulting in many even losing their jobs. And I think this is what frustrated many people. We will always have bad actors, but we also have those who just wanted to understand, but now we're afraid that they might get called out for something they don't even know they were getting wrong. I have experienced it. And that's what led me to realize that while it's important to talk and inform others about equality and individual experiences, you cannot judge them on their smallest mistakes. We must understand that most people might have never even been introduced to the idea that you defended and promoted so passionately. So this pendulum that had swung to the far left has now started to swing back right. Those who chose to be silent out of fear got a voice. So, everything good? I wish. I see the same issue coming up on the right as well. Now, the question is, how far will the right go before it goes from promoting freedom of speech to restricting those who do not align with their views? And it's already happening. See, Donald Trump is all about unconditional loyalty, loyalty that breaks all set procedures. Recently, Republican Senator Ernst from Iowa opposed Pete Hegseth's appointment to be the head of Department of Defense. Why? Due to all the allegations of his sexual misconduct. This led the entire Trump faction to start a pressure campaign against her, almost forcing her to bend to their wishes. She kind of did. So, is that also freedom of speech? This mentality will run down to all Trump supporters, and what good and bad it will bring, we will have to find out. Joe Rogan was pushed out when channels like CNN spread lies that he was taking horse dewormers to treat his COVID. And Elon Musk experienced personal losses and saw regulations force him to shut his factories down in California. So they reacted. They reacted to the injustice they experienced. And there will be those who will experience the same level of injustice from the right as well and react to it. What is the end goal? Is there a perfect balance we can decide on? What I believe is that this pendulum swings are important, as over time, society at large will find the truth that is absolute and embed it in itself. Then it will filter out what is not important. The best example of it are the absolute truth of equality among races and sexual orientations. Now we're in the journey of filtering out the extras it created, like cancel culture, and coming back to the idea of more freedom of speech. And that will play its course as well. All I ask is that along this journey, we need to be able to agree to disagree and still be okay being around each other.
Don't even know what the problem is, it's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, now hold your breath and face your death.